All right, welcome. Today we're going to talk about something fascinating. It's the story of a world leader whose most defining moment, well, it wasn't some big political treaty. Nope, it was a simple car loan. And believe me, it's a story about a promise that turned out to be more powerful than any title he ever held.
So, let me ask you this. What makes a leader truly great? I mean, really great? Is it about having all the power or being incredibly wealthy? Well, this story, it kind of suggests that real greatness is found somewhere else entirely. It's in the quiet, totally unshakable strength of a person's character.
And we're going to explore that idea by looking at the life of this really remarkable, and you could say different kind of leader. His name was Lal Bahadur Shastri, a former Prime Minister of India. And what's so cool is that he didn't lead by giving orders. He led by his own personal example.
See, Lal Bahadur Shastri was a man known for his incredible integrity and his simplicity. His life story, it's not just some dusty old history lesson. No way. It's a timeless example that shows us how living an honest, simple life can actually be the most powerful way to lead.
Okay, so you gotta wonder, what shaped a guy like this? Where did these amazing principles of his come from? Well, to really get it, we need to go back and take a look at his early life. Right from a young age, Shastri was involved in India's independence movement. He was just so inspired by Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy. And because of that, he made a choice. He chose to live a simple life, to be self-reliant. And this wasn't because he had to, it was a conviction. These ideas were baked into who he was long before he ever became a world leader. And really, this all boils down to one single powerful word: integrity. That quality of being honest and just sticking to your moral principles no matter what. For Shastri, this wasn't just some fluffy, nice idea. It was everything. It was the foundation of his entire life, and of course, his leadership. All right, so it's one thing to have strong principles for yourself, right? But what happens when you're suddenly responsible for a whole nation? How did that integrity of his hold up under that kind of massive pressure? Let's find out.
He stepped into the job of Prime Minister at a really tough time. India was dealing with serious food shortages and was right in the middle of a conflict with Pakistan. In a crisis like that, the temptation to just take the easy way out, to take shortcuts, would have been huge.
So you had two paths he could have taken. Take the milk shortage, for example. He could have gone for some quick, easy fix, but he didn't. Instead, he backed what became known as the White Revolution. This was a real grassroots movement that actually supported local dairy farmers. Sure, it was the slower path, the more honest path, but it created a real, long-term solution for the whole country.
And you see his character really shine through during wartime, too. During the 1965 war with Pakistan, India actually had the upper hand, a real military advantage. He totally could have pushed for a big, decisive victory, but he didn't. Instead, those principles of his, they guided him toward peace. He chose to sign a peace agreement instead. But maybe the most unbelievable story of his integrity doesn't come from some big international event. Not at all. It's actually a very personal story about something as simple as buying a car. Look, as Prime Minister, the guy needed a car for his official duties. Simple as that. It was a practical thing. But how he went about getting that car? Well, that says everything you need to know about the man.
So the car he wanted, a Fiat, cost 12,000 rupees. Now you got to remember, for that time period, that was a lot of money.
But then he checked his own personal bank account, and he only had 7,000 rupees. So he was short, 5,000 rupees short. Okay, think about this. He's the Prime Minister. He could have easily gotten the money. But he didn't use his position. He didn't use his power to solve what he saw as a personal problem.
Instead, he decided to do what any regular person would do.
So get this. The Prime Minister of India walked into a public bank, filled out all the regular paperwork, and applied for a personal loan for the 5,000 rupees he was missing, just like anybody else.
And right there, he made a simple promise, a personal commitment to the bank that he would repay every single penny. And he took that promise just as seriously as he would any national treaty. But here's the tragic part. He would never get the chance to keep that promise himself.
Shastri passed away suddenly in 1966, before the loan was paid off. So that car loan was still outstanding. That simple, personal promise, it was just left hanging.
So what happened next is what really makes this story so powerful. His widow, Lalita Shastri, started getting a small pension, and she made it her mission to fulfill her husband's promise. Out of her own funds, from that pension, she repaid the entire 5,000 rupee loan. In that moment, his family showed the world that his integrity was the true inheritance he left them. Those values were so much more powerful than any title he ever held.
And that's really the heart of it all, isn't it? This story is just a timeless reminder that true leadership, it's not defined by power or by wealth. It's defined by an unwavering commitment to the principles of honesty and integrity. So it makes you think, when nobody is watching, what guides your choices? What Shastri's story really teaches us is that our true character isn't revealed in the big moments. It's revealed in the small choices we make every day, especially when we think no one's looking. It's a powerful thing to think about.